In this lecture, we will explore a different solution for creating a plugin. WordPress has an official package for creating a plugin. This package can be helpful for quickly writing a block. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to this package. This package is not to be confused with the scripts package. The purpose of the scripts package is to provide tooling and optimization, whereas the create block package will create the folders and files for a block plugin. It'll download the scripts package too. On this page, we are given instructions for running this package. Let's try using this package to create a block plugin. In your editor, point the command line to the plugins directory. We should not run this package from the Udemy Plus plugin folder. Otherwise, we may encounter issues. The purpose of this package is to create a new plugin. In the command line, type the following commands: npx wordpress / create block example. I'm introducing a new command called npx. The npx command will temporarily download a package for execution. As we've learned, some packages are capable of running on the command line. The create block package is an example. After the package has been downloaded, npm will execute it from the command line. The package will be deleted after it's finished running. We are not forced to download packages in our project. If we plan on using a package once, it isn't necessary to keep it around. The npx command is excellent for this purpose. After this command, we must provide the name of the package. Lastly, we can provide the name of our plugin, which will be used by the create block package. Let's run the command. After doing so, you may be asked if you're sure about downloading this package. Let's select yes. The package will create a new directory in the plugins directory. After a few moments, a new set of files should appear. This process may take a while for some of you. Be patient. Once the files have been created, an additional set of packages will be installed. While the packages are being installed, let's check out the files. In the root directory of the example plugin, the first file is called editor config. You may be working on a team. Each team member may be using different editors with different formatting settings. This file can be extremely helpful for standardizing editor settings. The editor config file is a file that can be picked up by most editors. If this file exists in a project, the editor's settings will be modified to match the settings from this file. It may not seem like it, but working on a project that has various formatting can be tedious. Your team should standardize the formatting settings of your project's files. Visual Studio Code does not support this file, but support can be added with an extension. For this course, we're not going to need this file. You can read the comment for more information on configuring this file for a project. Moving along, the following file is called gitignore. We're already familiar with this type of file. It's a list of files and folders that should not be uploaded to GitHub. As you can see, WordPress has prepared an extensive list of possible files. Next, let's open the example.php file. This file is the main plugin file. At the top of the file, we are going to find the file header that has been generated. You're more than welcome to modify the header. This goes for the other files too. If we scroll to the bottom of the file, we are going to find a function for registering a block. This function will be called after the init hook. Overall, WordPress provides the minimal setup for registering a block. Most of this code should be familiar to you. Unlike our plugin, WordPress will define functions from within the same file. You're more than welcome to do the same. Let's check out the package.json file. The package file is very standard. Under the dependencies object, the WordPress/scripts package has been installed. Like I said before, the create block package will create the files necessary for starting a block plugin. However, it is not a tool for constantly watching your files for changes. That job is left to the scripts package. Inside the scripts object, we are going to find the same commands from our project. We do not need to learn a new set of commands for performing the same task. We can continue to use the commands we're familiar with. Let's open the last file in the root directory called readme.txt. If you plan on uploading your plugin to the official WordPress repository, you must provide a README file. The README file should contain a description of your plugin. In addition, you can add installation instructions and screenshots. Otherwise, you can safely delete this file. The last set of files can be found in a directory called source. Inside this directory, we are going to find the code for creating a block. The main entry file is called index.js. Let's check it out. The index file will have dozens of lines of code. However, most of them are comments. They don't affect the block. WordPress has included them to help you navigate the project. You're more than welcome to delete these comments. At its core, we have a regular block file. If we scroll to the bottom of the file, we are going to find the register block type function for adding the block. Inside the object of the second argument, the edit and save functions have been added. However, the functions aren't defined from the same file. WordPress has outsourced the functions into separate files. You may want to do this if you're writing a large block. For this course, we may separate our functions into separate files. However, the blocks we've built are relatively small, so they're easier to maintain. You're more than welcome to explore the other files. There is one more file that I want to point out. Inside the source directory, there are two files with the SCSS extension. In the resource section of this lecture, I provide a link to a project called Sass. Sass is a new language for CSS. It adds additional features to the language. Covering Sass would require a new course. For this reason, we haven't used Sass in our project. However, the scripts package has support for it. You can check out the language after finishing the course. For now, we are going to stick with plain CSS. Let's head back to our project. At this point, the package should finish running. In the command line, the package will output additional commands that you can run to start the project. If we look at the plugins folders, two folders have been created called Node Modules and Build. The Node Modules directory will contain the packages for the project. As for the Build folder, the final bundled files can be found here. Overall, the Create Block package is a very powerful package for creating a block plugin. We never talked about it before so that we can fully understand every line of code. You may want to consider using this package for future plugins. For now, we are going to stick with the plugin we've developed.